Nick. Welcome to the Chain Reaction with Boom and my lovely wife, Madonna.
I don't like the lighting in here because you don't have any lights on.
So turn them on.
I didn't realize I was going to look orange.
Turn them on.
This is bad.
Is that better?
Yeah, I look like a human. I'm just saying. So,
welcome to the football season, y'all. It's back in full effect. And now we're going to talk about the horrible game last night.
horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It wasn't. I want to say it's completely horrible.
Are you sure?
I understand that. Hey, Nikki, I understand that we lost, but is it really horrible? Like,
Okay, tell me one good thing about our defense.
Alden Smith.
That's it? That's all you can name?
Hey, you said name one
Well,
thing. You said name one thing.
That,
But I answered your question. You said name. You said name one
that's
thing.
It. That's going to get the job done?
I never said.
Clearly did not last night.
I never said it was going to
get the job
done.
Clearly did not.
I just said, you said, you said name one thing. So that's what I did.
He's the only good thing about our defense.
I know.
The only good thing. 5 years. He has not played a snap.
5 years.
5 years. 5 years. And he came out like a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wait until he gets some more game time play in. By mid-season, he's going to be like Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I told you what I've been, like what everybody's been praising over him.
Yeah, in training camp, yes, they all have, and last night it showed why they were praising him because he's a beast, and he showed he had 6 tackles, 1 sack.
And he helped get the turnovers. He helped get that turnover too. The pick. He was involved in that too. Just week 1. I give it to him. Just week 1. Their defense, against. You couldn't stop the screenplay. And that's what was so sad. Like, it was like ran on us like 3 or 4 times, and the screenplay was just murdering us.
The first drive of the game was just back to back bootlegs going to screen one way or the other. And our defense, linebackers looked like they were running like chicken with their head cut off.
Yeah.
No one stayed disciplined. I mean, one time you did it, all right, cool. Do it again and again and again. Come on, they couldn't learn to just hey, I'm gonna stay home this time. I'm gonna watch out for this bootleg. And
it was hard, I will say. After Van Der Esch went down, it was kind of hard. But yeah, 6 tackles,
11 total tackles, 6 solo, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss.
Yeah.
And 2 quarterback hits. That's some beast numbers.
And Jalen was right behind him, just didn't have the sack.
Yeah, but he had no tackles for loss either because they're all 10 yards down the field.
Yeah.
So, and then let's get to the guy I want to talk about. The mist, DeMarcus Lawrence. He had 1 tackle, 1 pass defended. And that was a tip pass.
I'm drinking your water.
That's it. That's all he brought on the defense side.
It's just week 1. Give him another week. I'm just going back with comments said.
But you show out like that though. I understand there was no preseason, but I mean most of our guys on defense are vets.
True.
We have what? 2 rookies on defense, maybe. I mean,
Yes.
Trayvon Diggs, he did get give up a couple of big plays, but for the most part, he held it down. He held it down, but he still gave up that one big play. That if he broke that pass up, it could have been the momentum changer.
Yeah, I think it would.
So, but still, DeMarcus look. How much should we pay that man? And for him to come out 1 tackle,
$12 million this year because it's reconstructed.
but 1 tackle.
I'm just giving you.
So far, we paid $12 million for 1 tackle.
Okay. It's game 1. You're sounding like the fans that are already asking for Mike McCarthy's dismissal on Twitter.
I want the offensive coordinator gone.
What? No, that's the QB guy I was thinking. He's an offensive coordinator.
He was a Kellen Moore.
Is it Kellen Moore? I thought he
Yeah.
was a QB. Yeah, it is him. Yeah, he can be gone.
Because
Who goes for it? Who?
But
We wouldn't be in that situation. We'd be tied if we just went for a field goal.
well, it was what 4th and
5.
And here's the thing, and I've said this last season. I said it in the preseason. I'll say it again. When it's 3rd and short, 4th and short, why would you not run a route past the first down marker?
I don't know.
Does that make sense to
No,
you?
it doesn't make any sense.
And then you catch the ball before the first yard marker, and then you get tackled immediately. So you're not gonna get the first down ever if you don't run past the first down marker. I mean, that's on the coaches. I'm not gonna put that on the player. That's on the coaches. You decided to go for it. You should have told your receivers, get beyond the first down marker.
I agree. I totally agree.
CeeDee Lamb, he's a rookie. He's the one who caught that pass. He tried to break that tackle, but he couldn't. Jalen Ramsey's too good.
Can we talk about that PI call? Or lack of PI call? Or should
I see why they called it, but I don't think it should have been, but I see why they called it. It was just Jalen Ramsey acting and got the call.
There you go.
Just like in soccer, they a lot of the guys in soccer they act to get those penalty calls, and they're up within 2 minutes, running around like nothing ever happened. So it's the same thing. He sold it.
He sold it real good. Definitely on the coaches there.
Yeah, on the fourth and something.
4th and 5, I think it was. Yeah.
First of all, you got what it was 5. It was at that point. It was 5 minutes left in the game. What made you think you would get the ball back in enough time to go down the length of the field? Because when we got the ball back, we had to go 92 yards and 3 minutes and some change.
Yeah.
We couldn't get past the midfield.
But my thing is, we shouldn't have, at that point, we should have went for it. But at the point I'm talking about, we shouldn't have went for it, is when we could have tied the game up. And like you said, they missed their mark because they didn't even think they were going to really snap it. They thought it was a move to get them just to jump. And they didn't. And like I said, I blame that one on the coaches. I don't blame that one on, even though we should have got it, I still blame them on the coaches because that, if you would have called, let's get a field goal, we would have been tied. This would have been a whole different story.
It would have, and I mean, it could have gone to overtime.
Yeah.
And then you reset, you bring your guys you bring your troops together and get them under control. And if they got the ball first, you tell the defense, if you're the outside linebacker on that the opposite side where they're going to the bootleg, you stay home. You don't go for that rush. You don't go for that fake. You stay home just in case Goff comes on the bootleg. and doesn't have all that free space to throw.
Go to Jimmy's comment. Mike McCarthy lost the game last night, or very last cost a chance to win. If it was a Scooby-Doo episode, all that was missing was Fred removing the mask from Mike McCarthy, seeing Jason Witten underneath it. And even Damon, yeah. He would have cooked the field goal. And you know what? I would have took it. I would have took, tie the game. I understand that you want to be, you want to have a coach that's aggressive, but at that same time, if you would have tied the game and believed in our defense, we could have did what, at that end, we had a chance to tie the game or win the game. But at that time, if the game was tied, all we had to do was just go into OT. Yeah, I think they will be. We needed preseason, and I agree with that, Jason. We definitely needed preseason on that because we don't click yet, and I understand we have the same team, majority offensively and defensively, but when you have a new coach coming in with new plays, I understand our offensive coach is still there, but Mike McCarthy changed up some things. We looked a little off, both sides. I will say Zeke. I'm a little biased for Zeke because he is from St. Louis, but he looked faster than me. He looked like he was running through those. He looked like he was running harder than what I've seen in the last couple of seasons.
I think it's big because of lack of preseason and whatnot. He's fresh.
Yeah,
he's fresh. This is his first probably contact since last season.
Yeah.
So he was ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, and history has shown it. The first game of the season, the last 3 years, he's only got like 50 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 96 last night.
Yeah.
And 30-something receiving. So he had over
100.
Over 120 yards
and
from scrimmage.
And 2 TDs.
2 TDs, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. And the juke that put 4 Rams players on skates.
Yeah.
Was awesome. I mean, that's top 10 play of the week.
Yeah, and then I will agree with you, Locke. We did stand strong in the fourth, and I wish our defense looked like that for the whole game. We always, last year was the problem. We started, our defense showed up at the third quarter.
Yeah.
And we can't keep continuing that. Like, I thought it might change, even though, like I said, we have the same players. I thought it might change with a new coach, new offensive, defensive coach, new line, but everything new basically. And Our team is still showing up in the second half. Our offense was there.
I've always said that though, right?
Yeah.
No matter who you bring in, our defense, no one's going to have that fire underneath them. No one's going to put that fire underneath them.
I think Alden Smith will. I think he will because, he looked damn good yesterday. And I understand we spoke about it, but I think he has to be that one that, we got to do something. And then here's Jimmy, as long as the starters playing the preseason and not the practice squad like normal preseason games where starters only played a sequence or 2. I think if they would have only had 2 games, they definitely probably would have let them play maybe the first game a half, and then the rest of the games would have been, the other half would have been B squad, and then the second game would have been, all undrafted.
Or unsigned or
yeah.
Players trying to make the team because every team everywhere they have to go with veterans and not the newcomers for NFL because there's not going to be any practice, training camp, preseason games, nothing. So they lucked out because of this pandemic.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's.
But I have a question, and we were talking about it earlier, and we were talking about. I don't know. This question was for defense. Cameron Irving did not start last night because he got beat out by Steele, who was an undrafted free agent. Why is he on the team? Because we were talking about this earlier, so I thought I should bring it to the fans. Why is he on the team if he can't beat Steele? I feel bad. He did get he has an ACL. No, he has an MCL sprain, so he's going to be out for a while because he finally did come out on that special teams play and he got hit. But why is he on the team if you can't beat out?
That's a question for the staff. But yeah, Damien, honestly, all of the NFL looked at sluggish, yes, but not Baltimore. Baltimore looked damn good. And yes, that's who we were praising. Alvin Smith, he looked phenomenal. He blew me away. He had not played a snap in 5 years. Come out to play like that, to get 6 solo tackles, a sack, tackle for loss, and 2 quarterback hits. I'll take that. I'll take that all day, every day.
Yeah, he was everywhere. My mom.
If I can get 2 of him and get rid of the mist, yes.
I'm still going to protect him.
You'll protect a player who only gets 1 tackle?
It's game 1.
Watch, he'll get 1 tackle next week too. Watch.
He's going to get 3. He's going to get more than that. It's the Falcons. The Falcons aren't scary. It's just one person that's scary, and that's Waffle House. That's it.
But
how you have 3 wide receivers and with over 100 yards and lose?
That's a question for Dre tomorrow night on Red Comes Reds.
I understand that. But I'm just letting you know. It was the question that I'm going to ask, but I have to talk my crap now because that's who we're playing on Sunday.
Whatever. So going to our offense.
I guess we could bring up the injuries before we bring up the offense.
Since we're talking about it.
Yeah, since we brought up LVE, he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. He did get surgery on his collarbone, and then our tight end. I feel so bad for him.
And I even said that there's something more than what they're telling us. Like from the end of last season, during the preseason, I said it. There's something going on with LVE where they're not telling us. I mean, yes, this time is a collarbone, but they were also checking his neck on the sideline.
Yep, to see, like they were trying to see how far his neck can go. But I was talking about our tight end. Sorry,
Blake Jarvin. Oh,
yes, ACL.
I don't know how many people had high expectations of Blake Jarvin. I was one of them. Man, it's tough to see him go down like that. I hope he recovers quickly and come back strong next season because it's going to be. He's going to come back. He's going to have a good season next season. But 1 catch for 12 yards. And that was his only target.
Yeah.
And when they showed the replay, I even said that's a non-contact injury. That's always non-contact is always a damn serious injury.
I know it is. If I was just hoping, and fingers crossed, it was a hammy, like something with the hamstring. I did not want it to be an ACL.
But it is what it is. Wish him nothing but the best. I hope he comes back stronger, and because we're gonna need him. And right now, Schultz, he's got to step up in a big way because he only had 1 catch for 11 yards on 4 targets.
I thought he caught 2.
No, only 1.
Oh.
And the one, I mean, like I think three of the
were in and out of his hands.
Yep. So he needs to work on catching the ball. And
Locke said he needs to do his blocking.
Yeah.
Like people we were talking about in my Cowboys group, me and Lockerin and Jason that was talking to us earlier in this Cowboys chat, and somebody said go after Brady for Tampa Bay's tight end. I said I don't think they're going to give him up. OJ Howard can't seem to stay healthy, and I don't think they're going to give him up. I suggested Delaney Walker as he's a free agent. He was like, I would rather have Brady. Then I understand that. But if you don't have to trade anything and you can sign a veteran to a 1-year veteran deal.
And I mean, you did free up some a whole bunch of cap space.
Exactly. If that's the case, then I would rather go after a free agent than try to trade for somebody.
Because we frankly don't have anyone to trade.
We really don't, unless we're trading people from the practice squad and some picks. And right now,
neither one of those is likely.
Yeah, we don't. We need all our picks at this moment because our safeties still look suspect. I understand that what's his name is going to be back next week, Brandon Carr, but we know his past. I don't see him changing.
That's I don't know.
Yes, but that was the injury updates. Like I said, yes. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Because but both of them, him and Frederick not being there, it shows like that line.
That line was still the line was still getting the push off the line.
Yeah.
Because Zeke was
still getting us. I think he averaged 10.
No, he averaged 4.4, but he got 96 yards on the ground and 31 passing receiving. So,
but how many?
Yeah, it was on the ground. It was actually 4.4.
Yeah. No, it was. And then it was other. Sorry, first time. My bad.
It was 4.4.
Okay, I believe.
So, our run offense is good. The pass protection is what's suspect. And I mean, I don't know how many times I can say this, but Tyron Smith, we got to start looking for a replacement. We got to start looking for a replacement for him because these free snap penalties is hurting us.
We didn't do no bootlegs. We didn't even get Jack out of the pocket. Yeah, we didn't. We didn't do nothing. And remember we complained about that last year?
And that's one of the things that we were expected to see is to get Dak outside those tackles on bootlegs or just to get him out in the open space. I mean, he made some things happen when he was stepping back, didn't see nothing, saw an opening, and took off running. That's what I like to see. But they need to come up with some designed runs for Dak because he's a big, strong boy that can take the hits going down the field. So they need to get some plays designed for Dak to take off a run, just like how they did with Goff, get those bootlegs. And then Aaron Donald, he's just a monster. Do you see that one play where he came on the inside, pushed Connor Williams into another lineman, and still got a hit on Dak right before he released the ball?
Mm-hmm.
That dude, he's on a whole other level. And I understand last season we held him up pretty good, but again, we had Frederick, and we were double teaming him. And don't get me wrong, Connor, he did an outstanding job. But there were still going to be some plays where Aaron Donald was just going to just
be Aaron Donald.
Yeah. But he still did a fine job, controlling Aaron Donald. But
I will say I'm very happy that we did not get killed on the Shannon's defense, and we're talking about offense, but we did not get killed by their tight end. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Hey, I agree with you, Damien. We agree with you.
We agree with you because remember, I always said when you let Dak. I said this all last season. When you let Dak run, we win.
Get those RPOs in there. Make him make the decision to see, hey, should I just hand it off or can I pull it out and run?
He ran for 30 yards yesterday, and so he ran 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
3 whole times. And those 3 times he got 10 yards. So that means it was working. Start calling it. Like, there's got to be a lot of changes because I feel like Atlanta's defense is nowhere near, not even has the caliber that Rams defense is, and the Rams defense I wasn't that high on them. All they have basically, besides Aaron Donald, it was Ramsey, Mr. Sassy.
Yeah. So let's go through these numbers on offense. Dak Prescott, 25 or 39, 266 yards, 1 TD. Quarterback rating of 92.5. QBR, 73.4. I mean, just couldn't find nobody. And his favorite target of the night was Amari Cooper. He had 10 catches for 81 yards. That's 8 yards a catch.
And I didn't even think he was going to get that many because I knew he was going to be followed by Ramsey. But then Gallup was getting followed by him too.
And then CeeDee Lamb made the most of his appearance, NFL debut yesterday. He caught 5 of his 6 targets, 59 yards. And the longest play of the day for a receiver course was 33.
And that was for him, yeah.
So he made the most of it. Yeah, we didn't throw any deep passes because
we did. They got overturned. I think the 2 deep passes that we had, there was penalties. Because I know the one on Michael Gallup, that PI was a long pass. And then, wasn't the other one that came back, or was that just a long play? Might have been just a long play, but I know he didn't throw. I agree with he didn't. 2 plays, 1 play,
And we need to get Tony Pollard the ball more because he only had 4 touches. He had 2 carries for 10 yards and 2 catches for 22. That's a shifty dude. We need to get him.
Yeah.
We need to get him the ball. Get him on the open field, get him the ball, let him do his thing.
Definitely.
Because, I mean, even Zeke said it last time. First half, he's pounding. He's wearing the defense down. And then you bring in Tony Pollard, who's probably, fresh legs, and run right by him.
Yeah.
But they did not get him
because
the ball.
The last game, I understand their defense was hurt, but both of them ran for 100 on the Rams last year.
And then he had two kick returns for 48 yards, 24 yards average. But, I mean, on offense, we need to get him the ball involved more.
Yeah.
So he just needs to. I think he could be our change of pace to get the momentum on our side.
We need that 1-2 punch,
Yeah.
like that 1-2 punch that a lot of teams are going to with their running back situation, so they won't wear down the running backs. We need that 1-2 punch, and Pollard definitely can do that.
Yeah, I mean, this could be another 1-2 running back combo, just like how we had with Marion Barber and what was the other? Tashard Choice.
Tashard Choice.
Because Barry Barber will go wear down the defense, and Choice would just take off running because the defense were tired from all the beat by Marion Barber.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this could be that type of combo.
Yeah.
But let's continue on. Dak, 3 rushes for 30 yards, 20 Pollard, 2 for 10. Receiving, Amari Cooper, 10 for 81. CeeDee Lamb, 5 for 59. Michael Gallup, 3 of 50. Zeke, 3 for 31. Tony Pollard, 2 for 22. Blake Jarwin, 1 for 12. And Dalton Schultz, 1 for 11. Overall, the first drive of the game by the Rams drove me insane. Because it was back to back to back. Robert Woods coming off the bootlegs.
Oh my God!
It was either that or he was just running a slant, and Goff just hitting him in the wide open space on that board area because linebackers and all the defensive linemen went to that side where the lineman made them go.
Yeah, it drove it.
Because I thought if this is how it was going to be, it's done. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
And I said, last week that I predict we're going to lose by 20. I mean, we still lost. I mean, only by 3. But I think it's just because the Rams let off the gas a little bit. Because if they would have stuck to what from the first drive, that score would have been higher. I am actually surprised that it's not actually higher for the Rams. Robert Woods, 6 catches, 105 yards.
Because like Damian said, fourth quarter we finally decided to show up to play defense.
Hold on. So did we show up to play defense or did they let off the gas?
I think they finally decided to show up to play defense because you saw we finally start getting more 3 and outs in the fourth quarter. We did not get that for the rest. We did not get that for the rest of the
but even
earlier in the game.
But even then, our offense didn't do nothing. They couldn't get nothing going. We were giving the ball right back to them.
I understand that, but you asked for my opinion, and my opinion is I think our defense stepped up at the very end. I don't think they let up.
I think the Rams let up, and that's what made our defense look okay. That's what I think.
Your opinion.
Right, my opinion.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm just letting you know.
Letting you know. You have switched to some cloud defense, half zone, half man. I couldn't even tell you.
Seemed like they went to a prevent defense, but then they were manned up somewhere.
Yeah.
I think the Rams offense came to a halt, and that's what made our defense look better than what it was.
Yeah, I think.
No, allowing Oliver Smith to attack more. Not everyone the defensive line, but some hell was he even on the stat sheet?
Who? Who are you talking about?
Tyron Crawford, Antoine Woods, one total tackle each. I mean, they didn't even get a solo tackle. They helped on the tackle.
You can take the wide receiver if he comes to your zone and because of man. He's not a Cowboys fan. He's just speaking out of just being a fan of the game.
It's fine. But clearly it didn't work. I mean, it looked like a person who has never played Madden before took a controller and started playing. Like me versus you. And you always beat me. That's what it looked like.
I put the total on that.
Oh, I don't care. Because sports games is not my thing. First person shooter it is. So
that's not really your thing either.
No, it is.
Oh, now it's gotten better?
Yeah.
All those things. Helping you out.
Yep.
So I watched you die a lot of times. Anyways, back to this. Next week we play the Falcons. Can you go click on our thing? Do. Go down, scroll down, and you didn't have to do all that.
What are you looking for? How about you say?
I said click on the Falcon. So we play the Falcons. They lost last week, too. They lost to Seattle.
They got beat.
It was ugly. We played them at New Central. More likely who's going to be out, of course, is Van Der Esch, Jarwin, and Irving. I don't know about Jordan Lewis. I don't know his whole situation. For us, I do like Jordan, so I'm hoping right now, that's as of today. That doesn't mean it can't change for him. But yeah, like I said, they had 3 wide receivers last week with over 100 yards and could not win.
I mean, like someone said it came in garbage time.
Yeah, it came in garbage time.
So
Um,
well, that's how Dak got his stats last season. A lot of it came from garbage time. So
he didn't do it, Jameis Winston. Anyways, this game is going to be at home. Someone's got to win, hopefully, because we could end up in a tie. That would be really funny. I watched part of this game, just with highlights and everything, and their defense is, like I said, their defense isn't that scary to me. We will be doing a Hate Week show tomorrow on the Red Cup Ramps with my boy Dre, because he is a Falcons fan. Check us out on Red Cup Ramps tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be doing our predictions, so that's why I'm not going to say if we win, how many points we win, because we're doing all of that tomorrow night. You can find it on Facebook or you can find it on YouTube. You can definitely call in. We'll have the number up for tomorrow, 888-531-8305. And he heard thunder from Gaga. It's raining down. This is our son, if you don't know. This is Tariq.
Okay.
No.
Can you go Zeke?
But like I said, catch us tomorrow. Is there anything else that you want to?
My prediction next week, we're going to lose. Excuse me.
Go for it. Negative Nancy over here.
We're going to lose by 10.
Bruh.
By 10.
Bruh. Why you gotta be so negative? It's one game.
Okay, and I'm predicting we're going to be 0-2 by the end of next week.
We're gonna be 1-1, and we're gonna beat those birds. We're gonna shoot them down. I'm not gonna let negative Nancy over here ruin my football moments. He does ruin football moments because he's so negative. We need him to be just a little bit positive.
Just a little bit more positive.
Just a little bit more positive.
Whatever.
I happy marriage, positiveness about the Cowboys. I think it was in the contract. I think it was.
It was not.
Well, when I married you, you were happy with the Cowboys. I don't know, almost
No, I
4
was
years
happy
later.
with you.
No, you were happy with the Cowboys too.
No.
Yes, because that was 2017. We actually had a good year. Anyways,
Tune in for next week. What time are we doing after?
After the show, after the game. So the game is at noon. So it'll be right after that game.
3:30-ish.
Ish. Like I said, tomorrow, check us out. 8 week. Us versus Dre. Or I guess it might be just me versus Dre, since Negative Nancy over here is sound like a Falcons fan.
Calling it like a loss. See y'all next week.